before.
Yeah.
I'm very foggy on that.
I'm sure he must have had other vessels before he had her.
Oh, yes, yes. And we sailed on the Nantisco.
Oh, yes.
She was a three-master.
Yeah. Well, she used to trade across to, and she used to go, I think she used to go over the Azores
Oh,
at times.
either before or after my
Yeah.
days, I don't know. I'm very foggy on some of those things. Other things I have total recall.
How would you describe some of those experiences, those first couple of summers when you were during World War I?
Well, it's right here. You want me to read it to you?
No, that's okay.
No, but this is told in better fashion than I can tell it now. This is 1980. Well, we sailed out of Stonington here. I have pictures of her at the dock, and let me see, where will I start? First, when we came to this area, my stepfather thought that he would like to sort of take over or be with the Noank shipyard, which was in a going rate at that time. Something happened, I don't know, didn't make it. So we came over to Stonington, and this ship construction and trading company was being formed. There were you probably know the Morses
Morses.
and the Gilberts.
Yeah.
I won't go any further on those.
Pendletons were involved too.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, and the old Alice Pendleton, I used to go aboard her when she was down at Noank. Anyway.
You know, we have a movie that was taken aboard her.
Really?
When she was sailing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Now, where is that? At the seaport?
The seaport, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how
I
wonderful.
have a copy of it myself.
Oh.
And it's on VCR, and any time you come to the museum, you can see Fred or somebody there, and you can see it.
Sure. Maybe the day that I come over to look at these old journals.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, I would love to do that.
Now, you're going to have to come over to the symposium this year, because we're having for a speaker a woman who had a similar experience to yours.
Really?
And she sailed with her father from about, well, with the whole family, on several schooners. I think they were all four masters that they were. And they used to sail from Nova Scotia to New Haven with pulp, and then they go back to coal. And the whole family used to go together on the schooners in the summertime.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful experience.
And
did she really love it too?
I think she did, yes. She's writing a book now.
Oh, how great.
I hope it will be out by the time of the symposium.
Oh, wonderful.
But I met her last fall, and I think
is she a local girl, excuse me?
No, she still lives in Nova Scotia.
Oh.
But she's coming down to talk to us.
Well,
I think that'll be...
I would love to see her and meet her.
Yes, I thought you would.
Yes. Great. Well, my experiences, well, of course, they happened to me, so of course I think they're important, but they were three-masted schooners, but she was a beautiful vessel. By the time that they cottoned us, and she'd been refurbished, and there were even paintings in the after cabin, and I had the bed, the bed that doesn't swing when the vessels will be caught, the trundle.
No. I had trundle bed there.
Yes.
Gimbals.
Bed. That's right. And we would come into Stonington once in a while and take one of my girlfriends with me.
Great.
And come ashore and take one of the girls and one of my classmates. And I did that 2 or 3 different times.
Did you go down east for lumber? Or?
Oh, yes, and pine slabs. And then we went to that awful place in Gracilli, New Jersey, and they had a deck load of chemicals in these barrels. And I can still smell that chemical. And I hate the smell of anything like that now, even. That was a hard experience.
Gracilli,
And Gracilli. You have?
No.
No. Well, that must have been apparently where the chemical works were.
It was down in back of Staten Island there, somewhere in that area.
Ah.
You don't know, don't remember.
Just
You'd rather
get
not
out,
remember.
just wanted to get out of there. Oh heavens! But they were very pleasant, and I remember going into Vinyl Haven, in back of a very sandy beach, and you could look down and way down, feet and feet, and the water was so clear, and see the lobsters crawling around. So I sculled my mother ashore into we thought there'd be bluebirds, and sure enough, they were. And the deer were standing there looking at us. We were taking their blueberries, you see. They didn't say anything about it, but we got our blueberries and got back. And once in a while, we'd snag a lobster pot. How awful.
You were floating lumber there, were you?
I don't know why we went in there. No, we must have gone in because of the weather or something.
Oh, I see.
This was just an anchorage.
Oh, yes.
But I don't have many experiences to tell about. I remember going through the Cape Cod Canal, though, when we came out into the eddy on the other side.
Yeah.
Remember my stepfather saying, "Get below!" Oh, I thought she would capsize. Oh, my Lord.
I took an awful one coming out of there.
Did
Brilliant
you?
one
Yes.
flying, too.
Oh, well, and your vessel's much larger.
Well, no, this was in the Brilliant. She's much
Yeah.
smaller.
Oh, the Brilliant? Yeah, I thought she was a big one.
Oh, she's only 60 feet.
Oh, I don't know how large the Draco was. I'm no, women with feet and measurements. No.
How many were
must have
there?
towed through. She was probably probably about 110, 120 feet.
Maybe.
It wasn't a large schooner.
No.
But,
She was awfully pretty.
Yeah,
Mm.
white painted.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Scott bent the sails, and nice new suit of sails. And you asked. Well, of course, this was during the war, and anyone outside of the working hands had to have a nomenclature. So I, of course, was called the cabin boy, and that's why this follows through as cabin boy. My mother was supposed to be the cook. Well, my mother had never cooked in her life, of course. But, and then my stepfather. Then there were two sailors. One was from Stonington. His name was Wismeyer. And I don't know the name of the other one. Then we had a first mate and the cook. But,
Was the mate a local man? Or?
No, and I don't remember his name. No. In those days, it didn't,
Yeah.
I guess you didn't remember things that were important.
So there were 5 of you then on
Mhm.
both of those first 2 summers?
In that particular one, on the Nantisco, there was a cook and a first mate, but I don't remember anyone else. I was pretty young, and those things didn't mean too much to me, so I didn't absorb them. I was interested in getting my rusted apple and going up in the bow and taking my book and dreaming.
I think the Nantisco was larger than the
Yes,
Draper.
yes, I think I have a picture of her somewhere. And I only
picture
went
that
on
shows her at the dock in Nantucket.
in Nantucket.
Whale oil barrels.
Right. Now,
alongside.
I think I have that
Yeah,
picture.
probably.
Yeah, or I've seen it in one of my books here. I don't seem to have much of anything to say about the vital statistics, do I?
What were some of your duties? I know you mentioned that you had
yes.
kept a log.
Oh, yes, I did, and I had charge of the signal flags, of course, going in and out of the harbors. We had to have the correct signal flags. And I was in charge of those, of course. It was a very important job to me. And they were all folded. I had the book, which was weighted with the legend of which one and so forth. You know all about that. And they were folded correctly. I followed the book. And put in the lazarette. And of course, I hated to go down the ladder. Down the ladder to go to get those, but I had to, and to put them, affix them on the hadget properly, so that I didn't have the wrong flags or upside down or whatever. So, that, and also in another lazaret, there was the salt horse. Well, my mother, of course, I had this great big knife. I'm scared to death of knives, too. The things my stepfather made me do, he treated me as if I were a boy, really. My mother drew the line when it came to climbing the ratlins. She says, no, that's one thing she's not going to do.
She's not going to love.
I'm
That's too bad.
I'm scared to death. Get me 2 feet off the ground, I'll fall, you know. Well, to get back to the salt horse, so I would take this great big knife and go down and cut off this salt horse for supper or whatever. And there was something that was done with the ham. And this was my stepfather's recipe, and you probably know about this too, because it does improve the taste of a ham. You cut it off, and then you put it in a plate with molasses and water, and keep turning it. You know all about that, and it's delicious. So he taught my mother how to cook after we came ashore, because she was babe in the woods. And what else did I have to do? Oh, I had to stand my trick at the wheel, and also to name each and every line and every part, name of every part of the ship. I don't know what good it did me, but I had to.
You had to know the boom tackle from the jib halyard.
That's right, that's right, that's right. And now, of course, I couldn't I can tell the sloop from a speedboat, but I've lost all that. But I have a great view here of everything that goes by, going up to Dodson's, and also of the Sound, and out to Fisher's Island, out to Long Island Sound, and the
I used
view.
to come in here quite often when I
Yes.
out there.
Mm-hmm,
Send the kids ashore.
mm-hmm.
It was, the only trouble is you roll so much out there.
There's a terrible surge right in here at the dock.
Right, yeah.
Oh, those great big $300,000 draggers. Why, you'd think they were going to lift the dock right up
It's
sometime.
amazing with all the reefs out there and the breakwaters and all that
Yeah.
surge,
Mhm.
it still comes in
Yeah.
here. You wouldn't believe it.
They've had a great deal of trouble with the dock. They've repaired and keep filling in with rocks and boulders and trying to keep the dock from drifting away. But that's the way it is. But
Well, the Draper wasn't owned here, but
No.
you used to stop in once in a while.
yes.
You
in
could
between.
do that in the schooners, you know.
Yeah.
You weren't that much of a rush.
No,
usually.
no. Wait for the fair wind and good tide and
Yeah,
whatever. And no, I don't know. We didn't seem to be in a hurry, but I remember going out on the maiden voyage and going down to the Erie Basin where we had to have inspection, and that was interesting. I don't know who they were. These men,
Sure,
the officials came. We were at the pier at the pier, and we passed inspection, as it tells about in my. What book do I have that tells all about that? I have so many books that because I love doing all this stuff, and I have one on the tall ships in 1964 when they came to New London. I did one on that. Then this chronology, the Stonington chronology, I worked with William Haynes on that. Dear man. Except when his ulcers were acting up. But he didn't bother me any. I had worked with officers and men at the subbase for 10 years, and he couldn't faze me. I get my cigarette lit.
Ulcers go with that business, I think.
Did you happen to know him? William Haynes?
No, I know the name, that's all.
Yeah. Fabulous man. Brilliant. I was privileged to have worked with him. Yep.
What were you going to say about that inspection on the maiden voyage?
Only that we passed with flying colors, and where we went after that, I have no idea. I am not very good. I'm not giving you what you want. I'm sure I'm not.
This is fine. That's great. Do you remember some of your other cargoes? Maybe you mentioned the chemicals and lumber.
And the pine slabs. No, I don't.
Must have carried lumber enough.
Yes, probably
Coal.
did. We didn't carry any
No
coal.
coal?
No. I don't know why. I get mixed up with the Alice Wentworth because I sailed on her with Captain Zeb and my mother.
Oh.
Mm.
When was that? Do you recall?
Oh,
Approximately.
in the early 30s.
Huh?
Yeah, he used to come to our house. He anchored right out. He said he always put the anchor down the same hole so that he could see the house at Main Street. And he'd bring up these oysters, seed oysters. He was on his way down to Greenwich for the beds. And
Did you ever know Captain Tucker of the Coral?
no,
He was out of Fairhaven.
no.
And he was sort of a competitor of Zeb Tilton.
Really?
He used to take gasoline out
Mhm.
to Nantucket, you know,
Mm-hmm.
empty barrels back, and then he'd carry oysters
Mm-hmm.
as well up through here. Great little man. I met him. He only died about 5 or 6 years ago, I'd say.
No. I don't remember him.
Parker Hall.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. A lady friend, an older lady friend, was very enamored with him, I recall.
Oh.
I don't recall too much about him, but I did meet him at
All I
her
know
house.
about him is he used to stutter terribly.
Yes, yeah.
And he used to sail alone. He'd sail a schooner all by himself.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are pretty big schooners.
I'm going to put this away because you're not interested in this. And then, of course, I went through the hurricane. I did my story on the hurricane. Here's the rear of the house. This picture is facing Little Narragansett Bay, and there's my anchorage here.
Oh, yes.
I named it the anchorage after the hurricane because she stayed there. And my mother drew herself up right up to her 5'2", and she said, "Well, of course, this house was built on honor." That's a word you don't hear these days.
That's right.
No, well, I guess it's just that one picture. Oh, and here's the better one. That shows the back of it. And I watched 14 houses swept away right in front of my eyes on Shinbone Alley, that street before you get to the anchorage. And 7 people were washed away in those 2 waves. And that window that you see directly beneath the porch, that's where I saw it from until it became covered over with seaweed. And then I said to my mother, "I think we'd better leave." And by that time, the water was pretty well up in the yard. It was 250 feet from the shore, too.
Yeah.
So my mother said, well, she didn't want to. And I said, I don't want to really, but we did. And we had quite a navigational hazard going up Main Street. But we came back. And
Now, this is a publication of the little historical
yes.
society down
Have you been here to our?
No, I was in there once. Just
Well,
once
it's
I went in
absolutely
there.
great now.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I hope you come.
No.
They have increased the days and hours until including the end of October.
Oh, yes.
You see, so the kids have gone back to school now, and it's wonderful. There is a great wealth of artifacts there,
Yeah.
and mostly concerning Stonington. I have many of my things down there, my grandmother's things. And Bob Ransbottom, because he was one of my Navy boys, I used to go take him to work when he was over at the base. Then when we lived in England, there he was again. But he's the president of the Historical Society. That's why I bring up his name.
What happened to Captain Tillotson? How long did he sail?
Oh, well, my mother divorced him finally.
Oh.
He stole all my money that I was
That's
supposed to
nice.
have. You see, he was one of that breed with the Osgoods and the Gilberts.
Oh.
I'm not saying anymore.
All right.
No, so I have no idea where he is.
Boy.
I know he must be dead by now, but
No.
that was about 1920.
No.
23 or 4 along in there somewhere. Yeah. Oh yes, he could charm the heart right out of an onion. He really could. Why, he had people. Do you happen to know, when you come from Mystic out here, as you get to the Catholic cemetery, there's two great big stone posts there. Beautiful. He had people giving money. It was going to be the biggest, been a beautiful thing. A big hotel with marina and everything. This was 25 or so. Yeah, the post is still there. Of course, there's a little settlement there now. But that was one of the things he did. Always had custom-built cars, tailor-made clothes.
Boy.
But I didn't get to college. I went to work instead and supported my mother. And went to work over at the submarine base. And there were 5 girls there when I started to work there. So, of course, I had my choose of the nicest officers and men there, too. So I picked the best. That was 1935 to 45. So I'm a double plank owner. And Admiral Fife pinned my dolphins on me.
Great.
Wonderful man. Wonderful man. I used to do his courts and boards for him, and he lived up here at the what used to be the old Manor Inn, and now it's a Navy installation of some kind. I think it's recreational, but that's where he lived until he died. Yeah, he was really a by-the-book officer and a nice man. Yeah.
Did you do any sailing in the 20s at all? Did you have a chance to?
No, I don't think so. No, I used to go to New York on the Richard Peck and the Chester W. Chapin, which was an experience because that's sort of between eras. And to have done that, I think was wonderful.
That's great.
I think that was about 1920. I'm not sure. And we'd go down, my stepfather would go down to do shipping business, and my mother and I would go to Schraff's for breakfast and take little ladies to have new gloves and things like that. You know, just...
Where did the Peck sail from?
New London.
London, yes.
Yeah. And the purser was the Mrs. Trumbull's cousin, Oliver Birch. Yeah, so...
I don't think there are many of those people still living that ran those vessels either.
Oh, no.
I've never met any.
No.
I don't hear of them, you know. Sometimes I hear about people coming to the museum, but the Fall River line didn't go out of business until about 1936.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 36 they went out of business. There should be some people around that remembered them or actually may have served in them.
Yes, because that wasn't, as we say, not too long ago, but it's
It doesn't seem to.
No, it doesn't.
To
Yes, yes.
No, it doesn't.
I think I have a picture here of it. I have a picture of the... Here's the anchorage when we lived there. The people who bought it took the porch off, took the tree down. They bought it because they loved it and they destroyed it.
That's what they did to the house we had up in Vermont. Beautiful big porch that went across the whole front, down part of one side.
Yeah.
The people came in and took the porch off.
Why do they do that?
Not only that, I put shake shingles on it, wooden shake shingles.
Oh, no.
They just covered that up with a slab barn siding, with the wide boards and strips. No, my wife won't even go up and look at the house anymore.
I wouldn't go by the anchorage for a long time afterwards. My husband would say, take another trip. They tore this down, this beautiful house. Isn't that a love? That is beautiful. That was Palmer, Robinson. Oh, yes. And they put that miserable post office there instead. I still get rankled over these things. I can't help it. I have a mind of my own.
It's a crime.
Yeah, and it's too bad that... Now, I think I have a postcard of that. I'm sure I do. Now, this is taken in a celebration, August 1914. We didn't live here then. That was showing a picture of the harbor. That was the anniversary of the Battle of Stonington.
Got a three-master lying in there.
Yeah, I don't know who she is.
No.
No.
No way to tell.
No, I wasn't here, and there's nobody alive.
That looks like one of the speedboats
Yeah.
that they've got, from the Gold Cup thing.
We'll talk about two
Here's the
different
schooner
eras.
Harold. She was in here.
She looks like a West Coast built.
She doesn't, I don't know her at all. My mother took that picture with her box brownie camera.
Yeah, she must have come around from the West Coast.
This one here is taken some people looking up their ancestry. They come here. I have a room that I rent to these people who come by reservations, and they're always looking up their ancestors. So I have many books here about Stonington, so they have a great time. Here she is, here. There she is, standing off,
Oh, yes.
waiting to go, waiting for the fair wind.
Right in the town.
Now here's the Richard Peck going through the Queensboro Bridge, under the Queensboro Bridge. There's the Fanny Prescott.
Captain McLean.
Mm-hmm.
When she was in the collision.
Oh boy. You read all about that in the paper, all the...
Oh, I read the article at Colby.
Yeah.
Colby
Yeah,
Road, yes.
yeah. Here is the Fanny Prescott. She wouldn't budge off the ways either.
Oh,
All these schooners, they couldn't budge them.
I'm working on an index of all the three-masted schooners on the East Coast right now. I haven't dared try to count them because
Oh no.
there's so many, but I'd say that there were well over 2,000 of them.
Dear.
And some of them had several different names.
Yes. Change of ownership,
Yeah,
probably. Or...
Right, yeah.
Now here we are. My mother and I are aboard here, and the next picture shows us off. And this is Captain Zeb, and on the back of it tells all about it.
Oh, yes.
That was the fastest trip he ever made down to New Bedford. That's a story in itself.
That was taken from the little breakwater there.
The Atwood breakwater right here.
Yeah.
And my husband, who was my boyfriend then, came over and found a note on the door. Gone to the vineyard. Thought I was going to the vineyard with Zeb.
Oh.
Then I said, Pocahontas cold out, because Zeb was going to tie up in there.
I see.
So there was my husband at the bridge waiting for us to bring us home. But that was a trip. It tells on there that we overhauled the yacht,
Oh.
and he dipped his colors to old Alice, because she had a bone in her teeth all the way down. She was really going. For an old girl, I love that. I can just get all filled up whenever I think of it. It's a beautiful trip. And Zeb made a corned beef and cabbage dinner. I stood my trick at the wheel.
Do you have any of his famous biscuits?
Oh yes, so light they fly out of the oven. Only if you're cooking with a shipmate. I think I'm quoting him right.
Probably, yes. Well, Captain Tucker told me that he used to come to their house. He'd always try to drop anchor late in the afternoon, so he could get up there in time for supper at his house. And said one time he was sitting there at the table and he came up. He was just as dirty when he came up as he was all day long. And he was sitting at the table there, and they had some apple pie. And his mother had one of those little Philadelphia cream cheeses.
Oh, yeah.
So she put that on a dish, And she passed it over to Zeb, and she said, "Will you have some cream cheese?"
Hmm?
"Don't mind if I do," he said, and he took
Yeah.
the whole thing in his hand.
No, that's
Wolfed
it.
down.
That's it.
Don't mind if
can-
I do, he said.
Don't mind if I do. I have a collection of all of his stories that I remembered and have written down, but I haven't done anything with them.
I have that book that the lady wrote about him a few years
Yes,
back.
she came
Yes,
here to get
yeah.
material from me. And what was her name? She came from the vineyard.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Polly.
Yeah.
Polly something. She used some of my pictures too.
Who else was aboard on that trip? Was his
I'm
daughter
sorry.
was his daughter Rosie there? I wonder.
Rosalie?
Yeah, Rosalie.
No, no.
She sailed with him. Sometime.
I used to see her when we'd go to the vineyard, but and Captain Tilton's nephews, Tom and they used to kid because the young boy, I've forgotten his name now.
Of Alton. It was an Alton Tilton.
Alton, and isn't that awful? I can't think of his name. He was about my age anyway, and Zeb said, well, if he needs a spark plug, he's got to go up to Mystic, of course, so he can stop at Stonington, go up to the Lathrop Engine Company. But Zeb had so many wonderful stories. The night that he was on We the People, you probably never heard of this program, but it was a radio program. They had Zeb on there.
That was when he was talking about getting married.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I got a hold of everybody, because everybody would always come to the house when Zeb came, and he'd bring his fiddle. Well, anyway, I can remember him just as well as not, because he loved the ladies, you know. He was cross-eyed, had hands as big as hams and dirty, and tar smell in his hand, whatever cleaner. And she was my childhood sweetheart, and I love her still. Wasn't that it?
Yeah, sounds familiar.
But he could make the biscuits. He never swore, and he never drank. No, he was a fine. I had his book, Debbie Land, what is it called? It was the last thing my husband gave me. Zeb, yeah.
Zeb, yeah.
I have it. We went over to the seaport that day, and Lucy Lapierre, whose funeral I just went to.
Yeah.
She and I,
He was a nice person.
oh, we knew, yes, because Fred used to live at Lord's Point. He was the mayor of Lord's Point. Anyway, so he got that book for me because he knew I wanted it and inscribed it to me. So, now here's what is that book that I wanted you to see? Here it is, here. And the man, what's his name? Max Welton? John Max Stone Graham?
Oh.
The Only Way to Cross.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I went over to the lecture and took my book with me. And anyway, so he inscribed, autographed it for me. But if you probably do have seen this before, probably. But this is something I wish more people would do.
Yeah.
Isn't that fabulous? Those are all the,
Different lines, different
Yes.
flags.
Yeah.
and shows what happened to them.
Yeah.
I think that's a fabulous thing to do.
They were interesting ships. They weren't my type of ship, but they were interesting. I love the schooners.
I do too. That's what they said when we went overseas. We went on MSCSs with the Filipinos and all servants, you know.
Oh, yes.
And that was wonderful. And we sailed on Friday the 13th. Everybody, John, the sea captain started sailing on it Friday the 13th. And then we came home on leave and then went back again. Finally, when we came home after 5 years, my husband arranged it so we could come home on the United States. Which, well, he was always arranging things. Anyway, I'm way off the track here.
No.
But that was a fabulous trip too, and I loved living over there. We had diplomatic privileges, which also helped a great deal. He was with NATO, and they didn't have any nomenclature for him when we got off the ship. So we stayed lived there under 6 months until they found out what category he belonged in.
That sounds like the government.
Yeah, it does.
All fouled up, snafu, yeah, I tell you. Yeah, but it was a wonderful, I wrote my Admiral Alexis in the First Naval District wanted me to. He says, now you do writing for Admiral Fife and Commander Barnes. He says, now, how about writing your impressions? Well, I said, I'll be writing to my mother every day and sending it once a week in the diplomatic mail pouch. Will you accept that? Any way I can get it. So I wrote my diary, a journal, for 5 years. And when I came home, we went in and I handed it to him. All my thoughts and everything. And they pasted it down, made an officer's wife's handbook, what to do and what not to do when abroad in Europe. And I was so thrilled because there were so many things. Of course, I took everything down in shorthand, and every few days I'd type it all up. And Fred used to sit there and read to me. And of course, he had the photographic eye and the retentive memory. He said, you forgot something. This is 10 years before, you'd forgotten something in there. But it was pictorial, too. I had all the newspaper clippings and pictures and cards and all to go along with it. And I was quite proud of it. I read it once in a while now myself. Well, never mind.
It's nice.
I like to read my things over now and again, too.
And you wonder who wrote this. It's so good.
Well, so many people now
surprises me.
Yes, that's the word.
People don't take the time to keep journals and things the way they did in the past, and it's unfortunate that they don't.
I gave it up during the war and never continued again. I should have.
You should.
I kept a sort of a
You have a fragmentary
diary
that you could work on?
during the years when I was
your
in schoolers.
total recall would bring it back.
Oh yes, right.
Well,
it helped me with my books
yes.
very much.
Let me see. Oh, my great-grandfather Coleman was a schooner man, and he also had a sloop. The sloop, Nathan Hale, and she was cargo, big sloop, I guess. I don't have any pictures of her. But he wrote to my grandmother, Lucy, admonishing her that the next time he came home that he hoped that her school marks would have improved. And the heading of the letter, and I have it, Stonington Harbor. Stonington Harbor? You see, it was Kismet. We are today becalmed in Stonington Harbor by a very bad fog, and there are well over 100 vessels anchored herein. I sit here and I look.
Where did they put them?
Well over 100 vessels anchored herein, and I think to myself, well, they must have been a lot of those cargo-carrying sloops,
Some of them
smaller
must have
ones.
anchored pretty well out, too.
Well, it was so foggy. I thought to myself, how could he have counted them? Maybe he was, maybe he's stretching it a little. I don't know. When I see him, I will ask him.
Yes. His name was Coleman?
Yes, Captain George B. Coleman from Taunton. He had his own farm and men to work on the farm. He also owned his own coal company at Ware Village, and he would sail the schooners and provision it from his farm. They knew how to do it, didn't they?
Yeah, I know Captain Coleman from Falmouth.
Oh.
And he sailed one of the last of the four masters. He was wrecked 1942 because we were coming up. He loaded down in Haiti, and we loaded in Haiti, and we came up through all the submarines, and he got in too close to the shore there and got driven ashore down around Hatteras somewhere.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
And then the poor guy, they rescued him with a breeches buoy. Went up to New York to report to the owners, and he got in a taxi cab to go to the train station. The cab was in a collision, and that was
Imagine that. He got through all
that. Yes.
and then to come ashore and get hit cabbing. Oh, isn't that something?
He was an awfully nice man. always carried a Scandinavian crew. And when they got in, he paid them off. But if they wanted to stay by the ship, they could stay there. They could live on the ship. And then he always had a crew, and they'd putter around, do a lot of jobs for him.
He knew what he was doing.
Oh, yes.
One hand washes the other.
They spend all their money on booze.
Sure.
The cook would cook up some food, and then they'd sort of work it off until we got another charter.
Yeah, things were different, weren't they?
Right.
This now starts these are my stepfather's schooner. Let me see. I don't know how I'm. The caption there tells what it is. Yeah, Jenny Dubois. And
she didn't last long.
And that's Alice again. When you see this postcard now, you'll know that this is the Alice Spencer Wentworth coming out of Stonington Harbor.
Alice Pendleton there. Oh, that's the Wiscasset.
Wiscasset, yeah. Isn't she beautiful even in her decaying? Beautiful, look.
I sailed with the captain that tied her up there.
Really? What a terrible feeling he must have had.
He almost got killed. He started up the engine to tighten some lines. He was all alone aboard the ship. Somehow he slipped and he got caught in the chains, all tangled up in it.
God.
And just by luck, he said, he'd been in there about 2 or 3 hours, couldn't move. And somebody came aboard and happened to look in the door. He said sometimes it'd be 2 weeks before anybody even came aboard,
Wasn't he blessed?
Boy, he was.
Now, these are my stepfather's vessels. This is taken in Port Jefferson. And this is the sloop Emperor and the schooner Wonder.
Oh, I recognize that. It doesn't look the same anymore, though, does it?
I don't know. I haven't been over there since we lived in Stratford.
All built up there. Sloop Wonder, built in 1847, 1839. Wonder. I had a mate whose grandfather used to sail out of Port Jefferson.
Oh.
He had a schooner called the Elephant. She was built in the 60s.
Well, it's nice that you kept all these things and kept
Yes,
them together.
yes. And my mother took many of these. Now, where we're standing, right out here in this park, is where this building was, and these are all those thieves, excuse me, of the Ship Construction and Trading Company. In fact, that's my house over there in the back,
yeah.
just a little piece of it. That's something.
Yeah. It was all over.
Lubchansky, Captain Stanton. Did you know him?
I heard about him.
Captain Lou B. Stanton from Maine, Machias. He lived right here.
I've heard. I think he was still living when I first came here, but I'm not sure.
Probably. Yeah, he had his arm caught in one of the lines, and he had a crew aboard. Didn't speak English, of course.
Oh boy.
They didn't know what to do with him. Anyway, he lost his arm, and that's my stepfather, and that's who was it now? Rude, and Osgood Gilbert, and old Mr. Reynolds. Now this is Tony now. Oh, and this is the Lansing. You probably heard about the Lansing. Here's the schooner Draper. Oh, and here she is going at inspection. It tells all about it, of course. Now, the steamer Lansing, here she is. And they were already, here's the invitation, already up at the, where, doesn't matter, up at the inn to come down and christen her.
Yeah.
So, anyway, she got tired of waiting. She went off by herself. Right off here. And I've got a picture of her standing off there. Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Didn't wait for the ceremony.
No, they came down with. And here's my mother and my stepfather. And see, my mother's clipping in the water. Of course, children were not allowed because they served spirits.
Oh.
So that's why I wasn't there. Yeah.
Shocking thing.
So there's a picture somewhere of that standing off. Oh, this is all about the
Florence
draper.
Howard, yeah.
here's the hole that was stove in the draper.
Yeah.
My mother, myself. They waited for the launching and waited. I says, oh no, they didn't. No, sir. Now who is this?
That's the Florence Howard again.
Missing before.
Missing in World War One.
Oh, the work I have cut out for me.
Annie Prescott.
Prescott,
She's built here too, was she?
Yeah, right up here at near where the Waterwater Club is.
Oh, yes.
Now these are postcards and things that I have put in
Wonder
here.
how they found enough water to get them out of here.
I wondered that too, because the ebb and flow is very not very strong at all here. No,
That's one
anything
thing,
that will
those-
wash back and forth.
Those vessels were pretty flat floored, and they didn't have to have ballast in them,
Oh,
so that
maybe that was it.
they got them out.
Here's some of these fellows going through the canal.
Oh yeah.
Hold this near.
I was with a captain that was the first one to be towed through the canal. The first
Really?
schooner to be towed through.
Well, here's my husband's information all about the canal. He was great for statistics. What year was that?
1914 it was launched, yeah. Don't remember what schooner he was in at the time.
What was his name, Captain?
His name was Baird. Edward Baird.
No.
I was with him on a schooner called the Edward R. Smith, big three-master. He was a nice old guy.
To see chronology on this one. This one here, what is she being?
That's an old skull schooner, I'll be darned.
It'll come on the back. It might, if I have any information about it. Somebody apparently cut the stamp off.
Look at that, she looked just like if she was a skull.
What is that for? What does she do?
Well, they carried lumber, and they can go up on beaches and
I see.
and load right on the
Flat.
beach.
I see.
They used to have a few of them down in the Bay of Fundy, and I wouldn't be surprised that might not be one of those
There's no name on it. It's not
Canadian schooners.
on the back, any name on
no,
it?
I don't imagine.
No. Well, they had those barges come in with sand down where they had the pottery here in Stonington, the Gates Pottery, and they were flat bottom. They had to be because they came right up on shore.
That could be one of them.
Yeah. Well,
This is
Gates
flat,
Pottery.
isn't
Do you have any information about that over there?
I don't know offhand. Doesn't sound familiar.
It's well, they used to bring up sand from Milford, Connecticut, up to.
They used to bring a lot of foundry sand up too, up to the Cockerels.
And go up the Altana Jagger.
Yeah.
She used to go right by the house up
Some
there.
pictures at one of the clackeries loaned me some glass. I think they were glass plates. I had the Seaport make some photographs, but they wouldn't give me the plates. And I hate that because somebody dies and they go to clean out the house. Who wants this junk?
Open the window and let it go.
It'd be so much better if they could give it to
That's
your
right.
place or our place.
That's right.
Where they'd be
That's right.
preserved,
Yeah.
I just hate that.
No, we don't think of those
It's been in
things.
the family all these years, we can't part with it.
Oh, sure. Now, that's the Du Bois again. Here she is.
That was a lake built vessel, I think. Or else she was a barkentine.
Maybe it tells underneath there.
Yeah, she may have been built as a barkentine. You see the distance between the masts?
All pictures on this page.
Oh, that's the Nantisco.
Taken by my mother. with her brownie box camera,
Hmm.
which she took everywhere, 1921.
Yeah.
So that's an Antisco. I'd
Yeah.
forgotten. And a long bow,
Yeah.
bowsprit,
See how the length of
high-sided.
the distance between the fore and the main?
Yes. Now I never
I
noticed that.
just wonder whether she was built as a barkentine originally. I have to
Uh-huh.
look her up.
Yeah. That was 1921.
Uh-huh. And you sailed in her too.
Yes. Only made one trip down
Oh.
to Nantucket.
Uh-huh.
And that was, what, about 1919? did you say?
No,
Oh,
maybe must have been around 1921.
Yeah.
Now, this is interesting because here's the new lights across here,
Yeah.
and this is where the old ones were, and they had to build new lights because they've been undermined and washed away.
Well, you know
in
that,
many years.
you know that bar, you remember the place? There's a bar, Chatham Bar.
Oh yes,
Stretched way out.
yeah, I do.
Well, when I was a kid, we used to go down there, and the bar stopped just about where the twin lights were.
Mm-hmm.
Then over the years, it extended after the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
The bar extended maybe 3 miles beyond that. And then this winter, they had a storm, and it broke a hole right through it, right where the old bar used to end.
Really?
So the fishermen don't
Yeah.
have to go all the way down there
No,
now.
save some
But the
time.
trouble is, it's always shifting there, so they,
And you never
they
know.
have to be darn
Yeah,
careful.
that's right.
After
That
each storm.
happened down here across from the Anchorage, with Watts Hill.
Yeah.
There was a spit of land. We used to go over there to swim and tread for clams over. And the 38 hurricane washed that right through, right over to what they call the kitchen. Yeah. So they take it taken away and it comes
Yeah.
back again. Now this apparently is going through the canal.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who it is. My mother always had that camera with her.
Almost Victory,
Uh-huh.
1920.
Never heard of
She
her.
had power.
Oh, she wasn't under tow.
No, looks as though she's motoring there.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the little ones, they did put power in, but not too many of them.
What's this one here? Oh, this is a wreck of the... Got it upside down. The St. Croix wreck on Nashawina Island, near Tarpaulin Cove, one of the Elizabeth Islands. You see, you've got all the information. If I have a piece of paper and a pencil, nothing is sacred. I write everything down, and I get excited and carried away, and I start writing in shorthand. My husband finally learned to read some of my shorthand because everything was written in shorthand. Oh, don't bother with that. I can. Just
I
leave
got
it.
3 of them.
Good, thank you. I shouldn't take them out. Now, now who are the? Oh, this is the vessel here. This is the one I always want to know about. I have walked under her bowsprit years ago. How sad to end her days in this manner. But I don't know. Schooner Regina? That's
Oh,
taken
yes,
down now.
yeah. She was the one that,
Yeah, about her.
what's his name, Booth, he was an artist. I think he did some writing. Oh, didn't he write boys' stories?
I don't know.
John Meffa could have told you all about her.
Oh, John,
Yeah.
I'm great friends with his wife.
Yeah.
I went to the launching of his boat, of his
Oh,
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, a great guy.
Oh, my wife goes out to dinner with Virginia. quite
Really?
often, Yes,
Oh, for
have
heaven's
lunch together,
sakes.
Yeah,
Here's his book.
right, yeah.
Yeah, and he autographed it to me. And of course, the Alice Wentworth is in here, of course, because
Oh, yes.
in fact, there she is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one he liked the best.
Yes. Yes. And
Oh.
that's Alice here, of course, on the front on the cover. Now I take them out now. I can put them back. I don't have to put you to work. There's another book here that was given to me. Everybody gives me books, of course. You know anything about these?
Oh, yes, I sailed in one of these, too.
Did you know George Darrell then?
No.
Well, this was given to me by George, who just died. He's from Boston. He lived here in Stonington, and he gave this to me. Because he loved my story about the cabin boy, and I lived next door to me, and I used to call him in Boston when the tide would be high and the boats, he had boats moored there on his dock. He says, will you have somebody come over and take him in, haul him in? This is a bad storm, I'll rely on you. He was a wonderful person. A wonderful person. Well, he sailed with us with this man here, whoever he is.
I sailed in 2 of these Canadian schooners. That's another one of my. I sailed with him, as a matter of fact.
My heaven, he never stayed home. You had to go home, have an appointment when you went home.
I got him a chance to go in I was making a schooner Theoline for a master.
I bought this one myself.
We needed a hand, so I talked the skipper into bringing this fellow Todd over from the States. We were down in Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
And I sailed in her.
What's her name?
That's the Edna Hoyt, 5 master.
Yeah, I heard of her.
Yeah, we're the ones that jobs Todd.
I don't think there's any more forward. Aren't they beautiful with the topsails?
Yes.
They took the topsails off the Alice Wentworth.
That was my last one. I
Me.
sailed in her in
The
1942. That's the
Rawling?
Rodding. And I sailed in the Alvina and made
My
four
heavens.
Why
Why is
voyages
she so
in
low
her.
in the water?
Deep loaded with
Deep
hard
loaded.
pine.
Oh, mm-hmm.
That was taken off to London.
Mm-hmm.
And our hydrator, I know her.
She's wonderful.
She's the one that the captain kept the crew by on.
Oh.
And the last time I saw her was down in Guadeloupe. I was shipwrecked in this one.
Oh, heavens. The Helen Bonnet Green?
Yeah.
I never
My
heard
first
of her.
book was about her.
Really? Well, I've got to add to my library. I can see that. I don't have enough books.
You see, I got around. Now,
Yes,
Lillian
you did.
E. Kerr, this lady that's going to come down and talk to us,
Yeah.
is in her and Laura Annie Barnes.
This one here.
No, let's see, the Kerrs. Yeah, this is the Kerr, and that's the Kerr. That's taken down the
Oh,
Maiden.
right. Mabel Fry.
Yeah, that's the Mabel
Yeah.
Fry. I know the man that lost her.
Oh, my.
He's still living.
Really? Where was she lost?
She was lost down off Newfoundland.
Oh, these beautiful vessels.
Yeah, Todd and I went down to see this one here and took pictures of her later on.
Thomaston.
No, down in Nova Scotia at the
Mm.
time. And this was the Theoline that I got the chance to go on. He took some lovely movies
She's
aboard
beautiful,
there, too.
isn't she beautiful?
Yeah.
Mm.
I have
Wow.
movies in color that he took aboard the Theoline.
This is a snub nose, isn't it?
Yeah, well, she was.
What did they make of
She's
her?
well, that's the way she was before. That was
Oh.
Admiral Byrd's ship, and then
Oh.
Captain
Mhm.
Kennedy bought her, and he converted her to a schooner.
Oh, he didn't do very well. Good
Eventually,
job.
he sold her. Well, at first he had topmasts and everything in her, and she didn't look too bad.
Mm.
But
I
he
hate it
couldn't-
when they take those topmasts off. It
it
takes
was
the
after
beauty.
the war. He couldn't make any money, and the Albert H. Willis. I was in a sister ship to her.
There isn't anything that floated out there. He wasn't on it. You can see that. Really.
Well, I got around. Oh yes, I was in that one there. I wrote a book partly about that trip.
And what's her name?
E.P. Terrio. She's a
Uh-huh.
Canadian schooner.
When we went to
Well, I got
Boston
around.
to see I can't remember the show, but we had dinner at the pier, whatever it was, and you know that's where Alice's bones are.
Oh, Pier
Pier
4.
four.
Pier 4, yeah.
And you know, I couldn't
Anthony's
eat.
Pier 4.
I couldn't eat my dinner. I couldn't eat my dinner.
Well, actually, her bones aren't there because they took her out of there. They were going to tow her to Maine and
That
try
horrid
to rebuild
man.
her, and she sunk.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing, actually.
Oh,
Good thing.
I felt terrible
I know.
when somebody said, well, this is where the Alice Wentworth
There
was.
wasn't enough left of that schooner to rebuild. They would have had one bolt that they could have stuck
Built
up.
the boat, built the
Called
ship
it
around.
Alice
Okay,
Pendleton.
all right.
You know, we have the plans at the museum to build a replica, but I don't know if they'll ever get around to it.
She was a trim.
Now,
ship.
this
She
one
was
here,
lovely.
George Klink, she was built in Mystic.
Oh,
And,
it would people the name of Clink in New London.
yeah, they owned her.
Oh,
Yeah,
that name
Clinks
is.
and the Booths.
Mm-hmm. I
Booths
remember
and the
Booth. I
Clinks.
remember Clink.
And
Mhm.
they had
Wow.
the Rosenfeld collection has some beautiful pictures that I'd never seen, and I just Bill Peterson showed them to me the other day. And you know, a funny
Mhm,
thing,
Bill.
yesterday, just
Mhm.
yesterday, I got a letter from a man who was in her when she was lost.
Oh my.
He's in that picture somewhere,
Really?
and he wanted to get a good picture of the ship.
Thank you.
And so I just made some Xerox copies of these Rosenfeld things for them because they want $200 a piece for pictures out of the Rosenfeld. And I knew we couldn't afford that.
Heavens.
So I made a couple of Xerox
Well, I don't blame
copies
you.
for them.
Why was she a mystery ship?
Oh, they
What
were
is that?
they were gonna make a Q ship out of her. They put a quick firing gun aboard her. And they had it so it could go down in the hole there, and if a submarine came up, they were supposed to pop
Oh
up
my.
and shoot them. Well, she never
didn't
shot
work.
anything.
And she was bald-headed too. Oh no.
Well, the British were great for that in the First War. They had a number of Q ships, and I guess some of them
I
actually
never knew that.
got into business. Let's see, there's another one I was in, Peaceland. That was my first one.
You know, I had a boat. She was a lap straight. She was a yacht tender, and he didn't sail in that. That's the only ship that was on this coast that he hasn't been in.
That was the
And this fellow that I was going with, he rigged a sail for me, and my mother made him a sail. I mean, he rigged the mast for me, and my mother made the sail out of bib ticking, and the rudder was made out of an ironing board.
Uh-huh.
And I sailed across over from my house over to Sandy Point, going so fast, and I had to man the sheet and the rudder too, and hit the beach at the same time. That was quite a feat. But one day I was proceeding along, and all of a sudden this great big Gencarelli oil barge, loomed up. Woo! I was in the channel. What could I do? And my mother was on the shore with the glass, and it was a traumatic moment because I couldn't go in, I couldn't do anything. I had started out with a fair wind, but he gave me that blast. I bet he was consigning me. That's what Zeb used to say, consign you. Oh, is this the one you were in?
Yeah.
What was her name?
That was the Peaceland.
Peaceland.
That's the
pretty?
Peaceland there.
Look at all
This
those.
is the Minus Prince. I knew that one, but I didn't
Isn't
say
she
one.
pretty? Undertow here, drifting along.
Minus King.
No, not drifting along.
Well, she's towing along.
Towing up the
And
East
they both
River.
sailed out of Parsboro and all three of them, those two, they all sailed out of Parsboro.
My. Yeah, only looking at there.
Well, she had been a very beautiful yacht, but they cut her down,
Oh,
put her into the scientific business.
jib, in a jib, out of a jib. Yeah, I can still name some of them. Well, I'm glad I thought to get this book out.
Yeah.
Look at here with all these
She'd been an old coaster too. They converted her for some sort of a celebration.
I guess so.
It
Look-
looks
look at
almost
that
like
clothing.
Aztec or Alaskan or something.
You know, it wasn't the Mayflower they wanted to make. It was some old.
I don't know. It's a good question. Who is this adventure?
She's still afloat. She sails
She's
out of.
built like the
She sails out of Camden, Maine with passengers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she looks like one of those down east fishermen.
She was.
What's the name of
Lost
that,
the
that
fisherman.
boat that I gave the alcohol compass to?
The L.A. Dunton?
Yes.
Oh, uh-huh.
And they said that, because I thought, well, they could look down from a loft, and she's large enough so they could see it. But then I think they moved it into a place where they have, in one of the buildings where they have many
Yeah.
of the compasses. I don't know.
Oh,
I'll have to look at that too when I come over.
There's an instrument shop there
Oh, that's
that's
probably it.
relatively new.
That's probably it then. Because she came off of a Panama Canal boat of some kind that they were working on, when they were working on the canal, somehow or another, they were cleaning out, so they gave it to me. People don't know what they do with things, they always give them to me, because then I find places for them. So I thought that was a good place for them, because they could, you could really look down from the top. And, but she's gone indoors somewhere now. Oh, nice.
That's Irving Johnson's schooner Yankee.
The Victory Chimes, now I know that one.
She was
I
a
remember
Chesapeake
that.
Bay
I remember that.
type. There used to be a little
Oh,
Victory
yeah.
Chimes that came out of Parisboro, Nova Scotia. A little,
Well, maybe it was
two-master.
another one then.
She was much prettier than this.
Yeah, maybe it was not the other one then. Mm.
Some of the fishermen.
Look at here. Isn't she beautiful?
That's your thing, wasn't it?
No.
No.
Got a bone in the teeth, apparently.
So the author took that picture, the
Mm-hmm.
author of the book.
Now, you asked about my house. Of course, this has nothing to do with the... this is kept here in a very disreputable-looking cover because the book is so precious that I didn't want it to walk out of the house. This is the famous Book of Stonington,
Oh, yes.
Homes of Our Ancestors,
Mm-hmm.
by Grace Wheeler.
Yeah.
My other one is on loan, but I keep a log on who has my books.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yes, they don't,
I've lost a few, but
you want to keep a log on them and jog their memories once in a while, because people will loan them to somebody else, you know. Here's my house here,
Oh, yes.
and from here to here it tells about it. Moved here in 1850, built in 1780. And these coins, these are built by ship carpenters, because these coins in the corners, they hold up the house. They're all over the place here.
so it was moved here from Water Street. Is that
Well, this is third location. The other location was on Main Street, and the other location was on Water Street.
Huh.
Yeah. And this little porte cochere here was to shield the ladies going into the millinery shop downstairs, down in the basement.
My daughter married a Wheeler, but it didn't take after 3 children and
Oh, my.
so many years.
A local
She
Wheeler?
left, yeah.
Up North Stonington
Son
Way?
of Dudley Wheeler, who was the
Dudley Wheeler,
chief
yes.
of police here at one time.
Yes, yes, yes.
It didn't take.
Oh, the woods are full of Wheelers.
Oh, I know.
Wheelers and
yeah.
Palmers, or it used to be anyway.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, that, I think, a great deal of. My husband got this for me because I wanted this book, and I don't know, under the cover of darkness or what, but he brought it home. Midnight Requisition.
My wife.
I don't know, I shouldn't say that.
My wife got hold of a copy of that and gave it to this same daughter, and when she left her husband, she left it up in the house. She'll never
And-
get it back, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, dear.
Or I think it was when she left her second husband.
Oh, your one husband behind. Oh, heavens. You better get your husband straightened out here.
She's right. I don't know what's the matter. She isn't very smart when she picks her men.
No. Well, it takes a bit of doing, I guess.
Yeah.
What is this one here? Well, there's books all over the place. There's,
That's a collection.
My wife used to be the secretary in the library.
in Mystic.
Mystic
Mhm.
Seaport, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was there for 22 years.
Is it so? Wow. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Couldn't get away from the sea. She had a
No,
husband who was never
I
home.
guess that was right. It was a good place, kept her out of
Yes,
trouble.
it did. It did, for a fact. I want to share, there's something else in here, but this is filled with books. And here's my journal. Put this down over here, I don't know why. That shouldn't be thrown out. I'm not gonna throw it out, I'm gonna plant them up front, make it a bush. New England's never throw anything away, you know that. That's a long way to say it. Now, these are my personal, my life and times, friends and so forth, from 1906, and they're up to date up to 1987. And I keep at it every once in a while, go at it. And here, let me see, which one is this? I have one here that I did on the tall ship. And I did my husband's complete history. And I gave it to him at Christmas before he died in January. I had worked on it, he didn't even know it. He cried. He was so pleased right straight through from the Carnegie Tech, his graduation, and through his Navy career service. And he was so thrilled with it, you'll never know.
Was he ill then?
Oh, yes, but I didn't know it, but he didn't want me to know. Do you know my cousin Gertrude Noyce? She's Connecticut College professor and dean of women in Cuba. She's since retired. Anyway, this is her book that she did on the savings bank in New London. There's a, that's my mother's book. Here's one of the journals. This is there, no. So that's the way the journals look. I don't know. Oh, we left my Irish maid home, God's flag, that day when we went to the races. Well, when we were over there, because communism was very, they were doing lots of bad things. We were not allowed to go to Hyde Park because they were spouting communism. And if you did and were caught, civilian, high rank, or whatever, you were shipped home and you paid your freight. Now, I wasn't allowed to give the tradesmen a package of cigarettes. I could give them a few, but I couldn't give them a package because they had the C-stores marked on them. Here's all my animals and my people.
C-stores business is good. You can get a whole cart for 50 cents.
Right, right. Yeah. So this was a nice thing to do, and I'm so glad I did it. Yes, yes. Oh, I love that. Too bad I didn't go into that instead of what I did, but I enjoyed my life. Let's see. Oh, do you have the Stonington chronology? No, probably not. No. You must have it over there.
Better be in the library for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm one of the gals that did all the perusal of the pages in the magazine and all, everything. Get that book made. I'm telling you, I had a... Yes. Oh, I was getting paid for it. Had to keep the ranch, my mother's house going, you know.
I'm waiting for Bill Peterson's book to come out.
Yes.
That's-
He
I
used to
don't
come
know
over
when
here.
it'll ever be done.
Well, he's so busy.
Still working on it.
He used to come over here a lot, yeah.
You know.
Different
He's a
things.
nice fellow. I
Isn't
like
he?
Bill.
Mhm, and his wife too, I like her very much. There's another book here. Oh, I know where it is. Well, here's the original of this, picture here, the one that, this is the original. And this is some of the things we made, you know, when I was school. You know, here's the school, you know, and all this here, this is out, and outside. And this side is out.